So I bought another new toy, a Pandora arcade stick. You know, I've always wanted one of these, and recently I sold a pile of backstock sports game discs I had no money in for almost $70. So I paid virtually nothing for this thing, and the price was already fair regardless at only $95. It's a photogenic little son of a gun, isn't it? The cool graphic and changing lights make it quite an eye-catcher. But what all is on it? I've heard older Pandora versions excluded potentially deal-breaking classics, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly is on this new unit. So just a quick buyer's guide on these. I mean, if you can call it that. Coming from a first-time buyer, I'm just going to share with you what I've learned now. It seems like the general concern online, as far as, the research I've done, is getting stuck with a knockoff of one of these, which I can't even confirm that this isn't, but it just doesn't seem like it is. Some of the problems I'm reading with, earlier models and the knockoff versions of those are, crappy menus where you can't, edit the flow of them or change them out or, quickly search for the games that you're looking for. That's certainly not an issue with this. I mean, I have no complaints. This thing is stellar. And here's where it gets really neat. I ordered a Pandora 6S. That's what was advertised, with about 1,500 games in it. That's not what I got. As you can see, this is a Pandora 11, and it has 3,000 games in it. So it's like, are they just selling these off an outdated listing and they just keep relisting them, but they're giving you the new ones? I don't know. Bought it through eBay. That's the important part. I see people saying, go to sites like AliExpress if you want a real one, and it's like, come on, I don't really believe that either. The thing about going through eBay is your satisfaction's guaranteed. They're all about the buyer and not the seller. So if you did get something you weren't happy with for any reason, you're covered. So I feel better going that route. But I ordered a single cheeseburger and I got a double pretty much, and I can't be more thrilled about that. The listings that you're going to see for these, from the sellers are going to say to make an offer. Well, make them an offer, because I did. The offer I made was $95 and it was immediately accepted. But it was listed for $115, so maybe I should have gone lower, I don't know. And maybe that's a clue that it's a knockoff. These things are always more expensive than that, but that just doesn't feel like what this is. The controls feel fantastic, and I literally got double than what was advertised. That never happens. I ended up only having 85 in this. They even refunded $10 when the shipping took way too long. So it's like, whoa, piling on the goodness there. I'm not going to argue. But just some things to know going in. I mean, they've made changes on these coming up through the different models. I mean, I've even seen as new as a 12 advertised, and I guess that being able to process more 3D games versus just your 2D side scrollers, fighters, and whatnot. I mean, really, that's what we're after. Those old arcade games. That's what we're trying to get here, and I am pretty sure that's 110% what we've got here. So the Pandora 11, I mean, almost 3,000 games on here. Arcade games that are going to be just a little bit along the lines of what we want done. Let's get started. The actual arcade version of Golden Axe. Yes, the axe is golden. If you'll notice in the Genesis versions it's not. And it's a little different. I mean, it's not a lot different, but it's different. And Golden Axe, I cut my teeth on that in the arcades, not at home. Played plenty of it at home, but played just as much in the arcades. And this is a version that it is so cool to have, especially in this format. This is fantastic. How great is this? Talk about another game that I grew up on in the arcade. Played a lot of it at home, but arcade Rampage, there's not much better than life than that. So amazing. This is why you want this, for arcade versions. I mean, there's a lot of games on here that you probably already have, but there's a lot of games on here that you don't have. I guarantee you don't have access to them. And Again, this is a really nice functioning control stick. I mean, you got to think about what the price of admission is here. We talk about that a lot. I mean, I paid next to nothing for this thing, and that's just because of Merconomics. But really, when you think about $85 for this, come on, man! You spend that much on all these little mini consoles. Why not get you something that'll do what this thing is doing? Konami's Crime Fighters. I mean, oh. You talk about exotic games, and you talk about games that you're not going to see. I mean, this never came to home console that I know of, and it was a game that I loved in the arcade. It's so great. I mean, what other beat 'em up has as racy of images as it does? Has, you know, actual nut kicks. I mean, this game went all out. I'll never forget the image of that sign as a kid, thinking, what is going on in this game right now? You wouldn't see that. I mean, that was really pushing the limit for games back then. Oh, that feels so right. You know, I had this game free on my Xbox 360 arcade. I mean, I kept playing it and thinking, God, was I that bad at this game? No, it's the controls. They're just not right for it. This is what's up. Perfect handling. I love this. This is fantastic. There's more Street Fighters on here than you can shake a literal stick at. And, you know, call me old-fashioned. I like my World Warrior games, but, man, this is the way to do it right here. This looks great. Midnight Resistance. Now this was a cool one in the arcade, and the home version wasn't bad at all, but yeah, this is fantastic. Mercs, baby, this is where it's at. And Mercs is one of the games where I feel like you actually got more out of the home version, which was, you know, that's a very unique outcome. That doesn't happen much, but still, to play the actual arcade mode, great. So these vary in model and they vary in price, but from what I can see, not by that much. I mean, on average, these run about $100. I got kind of lucky on the price I paid, but you know, if you shop it around, you will too. And it seems like you're going to be getting the latest model, and that you're definitely getting what you paid for as far as content. I mean, there's just so much on here. I don't know how many lifetimes it's going to take to get through all of it, but there is so much on here. And again, I would like to do some, I'd like to do live streams in the future, to do, you know, live tours of some of the playlists on here, check some of those out with you. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in having me do. Let's get a little dialogue going. Hey, I hope you liked this video. I want you to drop a like on this video. And if you haven't already done so, and you want to see more action like that, you know, what? This is it. No, go back. This is the game. I've been live reaction. This is the game. This is the game I've been looking for. This is the game. I played this game one time. 1989, I swear it was, at a skating rink. Other kids were skating, I wasn't. Can you imagine me on roller skates? No, but this game was there. Me and a couple guys were playing it, and I never saw it again. This is the game. The big knight dude with the shield that broke down. Gladiator, I didn't know that's what the name of it, because some of these aren't named what they're supposed to be named. Some of them have a little kind of an off-brand name, I guess, to dodge licensing. You know how these go. Oh my God, what are we about to see? This is the game. Oh my God. The shield was the thing. You had to block everything with your shield, and the shield would wear down. And and you could get a better shield. I did. Oh, what? Now you'll notice my shield's getting damaged. That was the gist of it. And the bosses, if I recall correctly, yeah, they have a shield too. Oh my goodness, I've been thinking about and looking for this game for decades now, and here it is. I would have never known what it was called. Gladiator? I gotta do a little bit more research on that, find out if that's even its real name, but my goodness. Oh my god, what a moment. I mean, I wanted this for crime fighters, you know, full transparency, but to find this, I am freaking out right now. That was definitely worth the price. If I hadn't just looked at that, oh my goodness. Okay, we're signing off for real this time, but what? Man, I hope that you like this video. I know I do. You're going to need to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Where else are you going to see action like this? You know that I'm going to keep bringing it to you. So like the video, subscribe, share it with a friend, and maybe consider getting one of these if you don't already have one. Because my goodness, the arcade memories you can relive, there is apparently no limits. Hey, Emceemur signing off for this episode. I will see you on the next one.